shortly, and we are live now for the second episode of Who Are the Lone Rangers, a ill-advised, barely thought out video podcast that we are attempting to do. For some reason, Twitch is telling me there's two people, but then users on here it says three, so who knows? I'm gonna silent my phone. Mitch,
Yeah,
how are you doing today?
doing well.
All right.
I just ate these special burgers with bacon and cheddar cheese in them. I know you're vegan, deal with it.
I'm dealing
But
with
they
it.
came out really good. There wasn't a lot of fat, so they didn't shrink.
Oh,
And I had some spinach, some carrots, avocado.
there
Which
you go.
definitely has a huge group of people who hate avocado for some reason. Like they just have to bash it.
That's a crazy thing to me.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why people have to jump on something and okay, one person hates this, I hate this. So let's make this a huge internet thing to just destroy this specific vegetable.
I personally love avocado. I would say it's a top food for me.
Spunky Girl 1381 says I'm one of them. I'm guessing she's one of the people who eats avocado.
I think she said that before the avocado rant. I think she was just saying she's watching. But for people who are tuning in now, this is episode 2 of Who Are the Lone Rangers. As always, my name is Jeff Cannonball. I'm one half of your host, and the other half is...
I am Mitch Vallon. I am a Leo. I like long walks on the beach and puppies.
I also...
And Jeff,
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
and Jeff Cannonball is my tag partner. We are a tag team.
That's
We
true.
hold championship titles, the H2O tag team championship titles.
Which we will
We
get
are
to...
here hosting this podcast. Who are the Lone Rangers? Who are they?
Who are they? They are us. And yeah, this is episode 2. I think episode 1 went pretty well, especially for two guys who really kind of had no idea how to do this. Before we even went live, producer Tara Calloway, she helped set this all up. So much thanks to her, even though I think she already left. So she got us started and then left. So if anything's going wrong in the chat, let us know. I will do my best to make anything work better, but I can't promise I know what I'm doing at all. Mitch, how are you on the technical side of things?
I'm awful. I'm not tech savvy. Spunky Girl said I love avocado,
Told
so
ya.
we have that cleared out.
She's a good one. She's one of the good ones.
Yes.
Oh, no. How?
Sorry, it's just every time.
So that's a good enough time.
Just bad flashbacks.
Not for me, right?
No.
Okay.
We both live different lives in a way.
Yes, yes.
You've given Mickey Rourke the finger. I have not.
That's true. I have given Mickey Rourke the finger. You can see it on the special features of the Wrestler documentary.
Oh, it's on there?
Oh, yeah. If you watch the special features, you see me, bright red shirt leaning over the guardrail, double fingers just going off on him. So, which I'm a fan of. Where did I tell you about that? How I forgot.
Yeah, you told me at the Deathmatch Extravaganza 2, where we were all talking about it, and you just mentioned how, yeah, man, I was there when they were recording The Wrestler as Mickey Rourke was going back to the backstage. I was just giving him the finger.
Yeah, yep. You have a good memory, because I do not.
Did you boo when Mickey Rourke slid out of the ring and the stunt double came in?
I don't. We pretty much the entire crowd did exactly what the directors told us to. It was not filmed as one shot whatsoever. It was pretty much something would happen, we'd react however, and then after everything, the director, and for those of you who don't know, we're talking about The Wrestler starring Mickey Rourke, which they filmed at CZW, which I was a member of the crowd at the time. The director was on the mic, and it was pretty much, hey, we need everybody to boo now, and then everybody would start booing, and then it was, hey, we need everybody to chant fuck you Necro, and then everybody would do that, and so that's pretty much how they got all that. Any sound you hear in the actual movie probably was not live. Sorry, was that not the answer you wanted?
Oh, wait, that was for me?
I was just telling you about the Wrestler experience.
I legit thought you were talking to the audience.
I mean, I was
No,
telling, I
because
was telling
I could have
everybody
sworn I saw a YouTube video where they were explaining how the fans were actually booing when
that
Mickey
probably
Rourke
happened.
would slide out of the ring, and then when the stunt double would go in, like people would get upset that Mickey Rourke actually wasn't.
It was definitely something like that, but they definitely didn't use like the actual live audio. They had what they needed kind of canned up and ready to go later.
Gotcha.
Kev Hernandez loves the Lone Rangers, sending love from New Jersey in America. Can I signings and bookings? Yeah, we are available for signings and bookings. We will get to plugs later, but it will, the email is WATLoneRangers at gmail.com. So send all your signings and bookings inquiries to there.
No nudes, please.
Send nudes, please. So that's a good time to. I mean, I'm going to check the email before you, realistically. But, Mitch, moving on. I know you want to do a new segment. Why don't you take the reins on this? Tell us about this new segment and what it's going to entail, and by all means,
Okay.
the floor is yours.
New segment created by Mitch Vallon. That's me. It's called Ranger Rants. It's that one time in the moment of the podcast where we all just start just ranting on and just venting. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to start off with this one. So, fuck little Louis Ramos. Right now, little Louis Ramos said hello in the group chat, but he also said that he was going to tune into the very first episode.
That's
true.
Not.
He did not. And then he said, oh, yeah, I remember when you guys were talking about this and that. We didn't talk about this and that.
He got me with that, too. Not trying to interrupt your rant. Go on. I will jump in later.
No, it's all right. So fuck little Louis with that one.
I didn't know we were going full on fuck him.
Well, I mean, I don't want to do that.
No, I know what you. I didn't know we were. I didn't know we were throwing him to the hate pit.
All right, no, don't worry, little Louis. We love you. We're looking forward to seeing you August 1st.
That's true. So that's the rant for this week?
Yeah, right now that's the rant for the day.
And every week we'll have a new rant. I'm going to let Mitch take the reins on that completely. He will go off on whoever or whatever he wants to go off. But I will add in Little Louie, because I know you are watching right now. And for those of you who don't know, Little Louie, son of low-life Louis Ramos, deathmatch legend, especially in the East Coast. Little Louie, good friend of ours at all the shows helping out. Told us he was going to watch the first episode, didn't watch the first episode. Then he told me he did watch the first episode and said he really liked when we talked about a certain thing, which we're going to get to later. And I was like, all right, maybe we did talk about that, and I don't remember. I watched the entire last video when I put it on YouTube because I wanted to just quality control it. And at no point did we talk about that. And got a little upset, told Mitch about that. And that kicks off Ranger Rants.
Yes. Mike Roch, ISW, just put in the comment section, I would like to pay you both $500 each to stink face me.
Yep, I'm in.
I understand that that's a very specific fetish that some people enjoy. I don't know if I'll be able to go through with that request. So I'll let Cannonball take the $1,000. And
even if it's just $500 for just me, even if it's just $500 for just me, I am in. I will take on any and all monetary requests for your weird fetish stuff. Not gonna say I'll go through with them all, but I would like to hear them out, assess my situation at the time monetarily, and the amount of pride I have, and then realistically probably take you up on your offer because that's an easy way to get $500. I wrestled.
Spunky Girl 1381 says, "Trust me, he doesn't always enjoy it." My guess is Spunky Girl 1381 is dating Roch.
That's his wife. That's his wife.
Ah, okay.
That's Becky.
Okay, at least I know that now.
Yes.
Not that I would have said anything wrong, but it's just good to know who you're talking to because there's been a lot of times where I ran into someone not knowing, such as I ran to Larry Zabisco outside a convention. He was smoking a cigarette.
Okay.
And I was giving him like a look, not like an angry look. I was just looking at him going, why do I feel like I know this guy? And I just started conversation with him. But then I saw his WWE Hall of Fame ring on his hand. I went, oh, my God, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you. He goes, it's all right.
That's the end of that story.
Yeah, but it's the little things.
That's completely fair. And while you were telling that, Front Smith Grind, friend of the show, was here last week. I'm so used to hearing Mitch yell that I didn't know he could speak at a normal volume.
Yeah, I guess that secret came out the box tonight.
I mean, if you want to do the entire podcast yelling, I could turn your volume down here and you could blow your voice
I have
out.
I have a family that lives upstairs, and I mean, I will say this: they do play karaoke at
Oh,
11 o'clock at night sometimes, and I'm
okay.
wondering how are they partying that late at night. So I really don't feel that bad when I scream anymore.
Is this like 11 on a weeknight?
Sometimes it's
That
weeknights.
sounds absolutely miserable. What karaoke are they doing? I feel like you'd be very good at karaoke.
My go-to is Bismarcky's Just a Friend because since he's not that good at singing and he's just telling the story,
That's
I
fair.
can do that. Um, Upstairs, it's a lot of songs I can't understand because they're singing Spanish songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And plus I really can't hear through the ceiling.
That's fair. You just hear the Roch just asked, "Do you ever sing along?" I guess you kind of answered it. Have they ever done anything you did know that you could maybe do a little duet from downstairs?
No, because since
All Spanish.
yeah,
That's fair.
I know like a couple of words and a couple of phrases when I did Spanish class in school,
Okay.
which helped me out where I used to work because I used to work with a lot of Spanish women, and that was their first language, so I would try to speak their first language to help the communication barrier.
Sure. Sure.
However, I used to. It didn't always work out because I didn't know as much.
When I worked at a restaurant when I was in high school, I would always show the Spanish-speaking cooks in the back that I knew Spanish, but then I would say phrases that everybody I think curses in Spanish, but I would purposely make it so that they would think I was messing up. So my big
Ah,
thing was to go up to them and say, "Me chupa pinga," which translates to "I suck dick," and I would say that to them, and they'd be like, "No, no, 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 no," and keep in mind, I'm a weird high school kid at the time, a lot more hair than here. It was probably like this at the time, and I'm just going up to these Spanish guys and going, "Me chupa pinga, me chupa pinga," and they would constantly go, "No, no, 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 tu chupa me pinga," and I'd be like, "No, no, no," and they always got a kick out of it. The other thing I would always say, and you tell me if you know what this is, I would always go up to them and say, I'm gonna probably butcher this now. Pelear gatos es mi trabajo.
something about cats and work.
Yep. It translated to "fighting cats is my job," and so they'd always get real confused, make like strange faces, and then I would always. And I'm telling high school stories, so I don't know what. I'm sorry for everybody who's watching this who doesn't need to hear about me in high school. I would sit there and go, meow, and they would lose their mind. That made a good noise. I hope that translated to the this thing. But yeah, so yeah, I'm a lifelong cat fighter. That's why I think I do so well in ISW.
Yeah, I remember when I learned how to say "I want to eat ass" in Spanish. So I would go up to a couple of guys at the old car dealership I used to work at, where I would go up to him and go like, "Hey Nelson," and I would go, "Yo quiero comer culo," and he would just give me like these eyes, like,
I, Mitch, if you could do that face on here more, we're not a audio podcast, so that face was perfect, and I would love to see that more often.
yeah, where with all the years of working with people from like Latin American countries,
Uh
I
huh.
always tried to learn more Spanish out of respect.
That's
Since
fair.
they work to learn English, I thought I
Sure.
would help work to learn English. I mean Spanish.
Try to meet them on there.
Yeah, and yeah, where I also used to know that I used to have somebody I used to work with used to tell me that a lot of the older women used to like it when I would lift things up, like pick them up.
Okay.
Where not pick up the women, I mean
Right.
where
Right.
they would come in and tell me that okay, these like towels need to get washed. So I would just grab all the towels at once that were in a cart and pick it all up and then throw it in.
You would show them what a strong boy you were.
Yeah, I was just doing it to get them back to where they were stationed,
Sure.
and so I can go back to where I was working. But they would be like, "Oh my God, you are so Mitchell, you are so strong." And where I would get the fuck me eyes by some of them, and I know it because I felt a little uncomfortable at that too. Where like I'd be walking by and they would just be like, where one of the women would tell me how all the women would saying how they'd want me to pick them up,
Oh,
aka put it in.
what's that mean?
If you know, you know.
I don't know.
Okay, well, some people will know.
Was this like the towels that you were picking up? You'd put them in the hamper.
Yeah.
Okay.
They want me to put the towels in the hamper.
Just pushing rope into hampers.
Yeah, pretty much. Where there's this one. I remember this one woman. Her name was Minerva. She was in her 60s.
It's an attractive name.
She ran up. No, she was like that horny old lady.
Okay.
Where my supervisor would have everybody do a morning stretch.
Okay.
Where one time we were stretching, I was just looking to the left of me. Minerva was standing next to me, and she was smiling. And then she squeezes my arm to feel the muscle.
Oh, Minerva.
Where one morning she ran up to me, she wanted me to legit pick her up.
Oh.
And Minerva was a big girl.
Okay.
So I thought, I don't know if I could physically actually pick her up. Because all the women were talking in Spanish about, Minerva, what Minerva wanted me to do, and they were all looking at me with like their eyes wide open. I'm going, what are they saying? And I just see Minerva just running up to me. I'm like, what's going on here?
And did you pick her up?
And they're all laughing. No, I didn't pick her up.
You gotta pick them up, Mitch.
I'm not going to human resources.
You gotta pick them up. When they want you to pick them up, this is something I learned. When they want you to pick them up, you pick them up. That's all I got. When they don't want you to pick them up, don't pick them up. Come on, guys, do better.
It was in a work environment, and I didn't need to be reported to HR.
That's fair. That's fair, I guess.
Well, because I was also relatively quiet, and management thought I was crazy, so they looked me up online.
Oh.
And that's how they found out about the wrestling.
I was gonna say, was this post deathmatch wrestling?
No, current.
But like they saw like bloody pictures and all that.
My supervisor did. He asked me if the thumbtacks were real.
Oh.
In one match, and I said yes.
I would say in all our pictures, which you can see on our Instagram, or either of our Instagrams, you make some bloody, insane faces. I think I shared the one today, where I'm holding the mask on my hand and pointing at your crotch, and you look like an absolute lunatic. Yes. I feel like if any boss saw that, you would probably have some meetings with HR after that.
One of my managers saw the picture of me holding the dildo with the dildo at the end of the drill bit.
Sure. Yes. Shout out again to Low Life Louie.
He thought it was funny.
Oh, that's good.
I remember the Monday after Hardcore Kingdom when I went into work, I had cuts all over me.
That's the one you won?
And I had the mini vagina on the back of my head. And everybody's asked me, what happened? And to my supervisor, I said, I got hit in the head with a light tube. And he just looks at me and goes, you got hit in the head with a light tube? And then I had to come up with some completely different story. And just saying I was joking.
What story? Oh, okay. I was going to say, that's probably your best bet. I remember when I was, and we're going through our work histories now, which was not planned. When I worked at a psychiatric hospital for a while, every once in a while I would have all the cuts, and usually nothing too bad, but a bunch of little scratches and cuts on my head. And I remember a patient asking me what happened, and keep in mind this was a psychiatric hospital, so I was not going to tell them that I was jamming razor blades into my forehead, or having adult men, hit me with glass. So I remember telling them I was laying down playing with a cat that got mad at me and ripped my forehead apart, and it got me out of that conversation.
Yeah, where I had allowed the women go like, morning, Mitch. Oh my God, what happened? And the reason I'm doing that accent is because I used to work with this one short woman, Delia.
Uh-huh.
where every time I would see her, I go, "Who let the kid in here?" I went, "Oh my god, it's Delia." Like she was very short. She was the one that gave me the fuck me eyes.
Okay.
I mean,
Gotcha.
very sweet lady, and
Sure.
I miss no legit. I miss seeing her. I like the women were nice to me and stuff.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's just that I had to keep explaining to all of them. Oh, I wrestled, and then they kept asking all me these questions, and I'm just going, oh, this is the hardest thing to explain to anyone.
Yeah, that we're
The death match stuff, where,
that
and
we're
then after the
terrible.
extravaganza, my
Uh-huh.
forehead was all cut up. I had one of the drivers look at me and go, "Yo, bro, what happened to your forehead?" And then I show them all the photos from that weekend, and they just give me this look. Then I have that. So,
I think it was the 2016 King of the Death match that I went out with. It was me, Louie, Connor, and Devin Moore, and I'm sorry, not Louie. I'm sorry, Tremont. So afterwards, Tremont was in the finals, and awesome finals. Him and John Wayne Murdoch. We left pretty much as soon as it was over. Tremont changed, did not clean himself up whatsoever. Put a hat on, put his clothes on, got in the car, and we left. After we left, we stopped at a gas station where he just went inside, forgetting that he never cleaned himself off. And immediately, the guy working there just goes, "Holy shit! Did you get beat up or something?" And Tremont just calm as ever, just goes, "Yeah, something like that," which I thought was perfect. So that's what your story made me think of that, which that was one of the funnier times. I remember cracking up right there in the store without hiding it whatsoever.
yeah, where I got caught by my GM one day with a cut in my head. I had a band-aid over it. He goes, "Oh shoot, Mitch, rough match this weekend. You okay?" And I just went, "Oh darn." One of the women I worked with, she was like, "Okay, what happened to your forehead?" And her kids are wrestling fans, and she likes
Oh,
wrestling.
okay.
So when I show her the photo, she's like, "Oh my god!"
Yep. So instead of being what her kids watch, we do things that not really the most well-adjusted adult men do to and women do to each other for a couple hundred fans, as opposed to staying relatively safer for hundreds of thousands.
My uncle had to have wanted to have a talk with me when I saw him where he worked because I was picking up my brother's car.
Okay.
He looked at me and goes, "Listen, I gotta talk to you because I'm worried about you."
Oh,
And this was after Subterranean Volume 4, so this was like January or February.
okay.
And he was explaining to me how he wanted me to start taking these tests for state jobs and everything.
Oh, okay.
Something about wrestling, it had something to do with the wrestling. I'm like, "Wait, why? Like, it might interfere with my wrestling." And he brought up like you're running in the glass now. And my eyes were like wide open. Like, how do you know? He goes, "I know things."
Well,
My guess is my cousin is the one that showed him
I was gonna
like
say that, and
photos and stuff.
it's you. Stop me if I'm telling too much here. You wrestle under a name that you go by in everyday life. So
Well,
it's probably
yeah,
pretty easy for him to find pictures of you and what you do.
yeah,
Granted, I have learned that if you Google Jeff Guerrero, you can find bloody pictures of myself as well, so I blame Facebook for that one. Uh, we're doing well. We didn't even get to the notes. I just wanted to kind of go to the chat real quick. Front Smith Grind asked me if I got into veganism through hardcore music. 100%. Yes, I did. When I was 15, Propaganda is my favorite band of all time, and at the time they still were. I went to their website. They had a bunch of resources on animal rights, and that's what got me in there. Action Ortiz says short is a libelous term, and that Mitch needs to get a phone stand. Which I
well, I'm
think.
not holding my phone.
So yeah, you're doing great. We're going the right way.
Yeah,
Um,
I just
as
don't hold a desk.
That's fair. But yeah, like I said, we went away from the notes, which is fine. I think that's good that we had a good conversation. And I think that was an entertaining thing. People in the chat, feel free to let us know if we're blowing it, if we suck, and if you don't think we are, retweet. Feel free to do that. Mitch, you also wanted to do one other thing, which we've already gotten 25 minutes into the show. And as everybody knows, we only do about an hour, so that way at 8 p.m. you guys can switch over to Fox to watch WWE SmackDown starring Brock Lesnar. But Mitch,
Is Brock on SmackDown now?
I honestly have no idea. I don't know. I haven't watched Raw or SmackDown in forever.
I work overnight, so I rarely catch any wrestling at night anymore.
That's fair. But you did want to go over the chat rules real quick, which are posted below. If you guys want to scroll down, you'll see the chat rules as well as an about us, social media, and if you want, there's tips. That's for fun. But Mitch, you want to go over the chat rules, so I will read the rules, and you tell me. You go off on it.
Gotcha. Rules.
So chat rules. Everybody in the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube later, this does not apply to you. Unless you come over and watch us on Twitch Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. We're having fun. There's people in the chat. For some reason, my Twitch tells me there's 3 people in the chat, but I've seen at least 4 people type in the last minute, and I know that there's more than that watching us because it shows me how many people are also here.
Action Ortiz comments, Mitch looks like Kwang?
Quang.
Who's Quang?
Wasn't that Savio Vega or something like that? I don't know. Apparently the Twitch is bugging. Everybody please let us know if it's going wrong. And if it is going wrong, I have no idea how to fix it, so we're going to try to push through. But chat rule number 1, which everybody does pretty good at, do not use homophobic, transphobic, sexist, or racist remarks.
You will be called out by your name.
Shamed.
And shamed.
And I think there's a way for us to block people who do that. I don't know how. Rach, if he's still watching right now, he probably knows how to do that. And he could always help us out with that.
Oh.
Or tell me how to do it.
Action Ortiz comments, I look like Krang from the Ninja Turtles.
Oh. That's meaner.
Yeah. He always says that, but, I've been on television.
Ooh, True TV's Impractical Jokers starring Mitch Vallon.
And I was on the Nick on Cinemax.
Cinemax The Nick. And you guys know what Cinemax is called. Skinemax.
I don't have the artillery to do that kind of movies.
I've got a mic in front of me, so I can't go as close to the camera as I did last week. Rule number 2. Fuck Batista.
Yeah, fuck Batista.
And we'll get into more of that later. But guys in the chat, just please stay with us. Fuck Batista. Rach, thank you for telling me how to ban people. I think I can pull that off.
All right, first person Action Ortiz.
Ban him. He's banned. He's out.
Yeah, he's banned.
Oh, I just realized I could time people. Oh, okay. I see ban Action Ortiz. Time out Action Ortiz and delete message, which I thought was just a trash can because I thought that was like kick them and you just throw them in the trash. I don't know. I don't understand how this stuff works, but we are learning as we go. Feel free, again, and I'm going to keep saying it, so if you get annoyed with me, I am sorry. Tweet us out, let people know what we're doing over here. And rule number 3, and the last rule, is do not spam the chat.
Eat spam.
Eat spam.
Don't spam.
Yeah, and if you spam the chat, we have, nobody watching us. So what are you spamming for, you idiots? Nobody's figuring out what they're doing. And also, if anybody wants to sponsor us, today I'm drinking Rosenberger's lemonade. Send me free lemonade. I'll give you my home address. Sam's producer Tara Calloway is not in here right now, so I'll give our home address. I don't give a fuck.
You live in the same place she does.
I've seen her sleep. I have seen her sleep. So yeah, those are the rules. They're simple. I know Mitch wanted to kind of talk them because we didn't really go over it last time. So, half an hour into episode 2, that's where we give out our rules. The other thing that we talked about last week, this is actually thanks to Rach. Excuse me while I delete some notes here so I know where we're at. Mitch, last week you did an impression of Matt Tremont, to which Rach replied that you did a great version of Matt Tremont, and I think it might have been Front Smith Grind in the chat. He wanted to hear you do Patrick Warburton. So I put a list together of guys who I want to hear you do impressions of.
This may not end well, but okay.
I don't think there's any. There's one I don't know if you'll love, but I think We'll keep them quick. You can say 1 or 2 sentences, and then, guys in the chat, I'm gonna ask for this. I'm gonna give Mitch the person to do an impression of. Mitch will do the impression of them. In the chat, give them 1 to 5. No decimals. Don't be a dick about it, you idiots. 5 being the best. Sounds perfect. 1 being sounds like, I don't know, garbage. Let's go. We'll ban Mitch if he gets a 1. So
you're not gonna have the show.
it'll be me and then like a black screen right next. No, I'm kidding. We're not doing that because I won't. I'll run out of things to talk about in about 5 seconds. So Mitch, that's your challenge. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 7 things for you to do impressions of. And we're going 1 to 5. I want people in the chat. I want this to be interactive. So people in the chat, you let me know what you think of it. Mitch, are you ready?
Okay.
Do you accept this thing that I'm forcing you to do without prior approval?
Yes, mistress.
I'll take that. So the first name, just to kick it off right, just because it's what gave us the idea. Let's hear your Matt Tremont.
Oh, Cannonball, tonight, you and Mitch are going to defend the titles against WTF. You guys got 5 minutes. Be safe. Have fun. Stick to your times.
I would say be safe and have fun is actually, and people wouldn't expect that to come out of Matt Tremont's mouth, but he does say be safe and have fun a lot.
Well, we should be safe and have fun, you know? That's why people who are into bondage, you know, they have safety words.
Yep. I guess.
Like, you want to hurt them,
right,
but not to, like, hurt them.
This is true.
I mean, I've never practiced in, like, that kind of sexual intercourse.
Well,
but I'm assuming there's rules and, like, etiquette.
I would say there is. If anybody has any tips or entry points for bondage, feel free to send Mitch an email. Or how about this? I'll give out your phone number. They can just call you, and they'll tell you what they have.
Yeah, no problem. You can do it.
No, I'm not doing that. So Mitch, so far it looks like across the board, your Matt Tremont gets a 4. Oh, and a 5. I don't know if I'd go 4. I'm gonna go 4 as well.
Okay.
Good score. Good score to start. Next up, and I
think Mike Roch ISW just wanted to choose 5 because Spunky Girl 1381 chose 4 just to one up his wife.
So fair enough. Fair enough. I also noticed something, and this kind of goes back to the rants from before. Little Louie hasn't been chatting. He hasn't been chatting or chanting. I haven't heard him chant at all.
I wonder if he legit took it personal when we put him in the rant.
I'm going to say this. I know you very well, Mitch, and I know you're going to feel bad about that. Don't. He would have already sent me a message being upset about it, and he has not.
All right, cool. Yeah, because you're his uncle.
Yes. Not to cut off the impressions, but G-Man asks, which one of you is the loneliest ranger?
Well, I obviously am because you're married and you have 3 cats.
Yeah, but 3 cats is a pretty lonely move.
I have Jill.
All right, so next impression, because I know where you're going with that. This one I didn't tell you about. Well, I didn't tell you about any of them, but Matt Tremont, you already did. Let's hear what you could do with the illustrious, silky smooth voice of Devin Moore.
What the fuck, Cannonball? God, man. Stupid vegan food.
That's actually
breaking up the whole van.
I'm gonna take a point away because you didn't refer to Drew Blood as dickhead. And I feel like if you talk to Devin Moore for more than 30 seconds, he's going to call Drew Blood a dickhead and not tell you he's talking about Drew. He's just gonna say dickhead.
I legit love it when Devin impersonates Louis. He's like,
yeah, man, me and Louis, we were crazy. I'll put you over, dude. Don't worry, dude.
Oh, Roch brings up another point. I'm taking off another point because you didn't say cuz. So I personally, and you got a 5 from Smith, and I'll be honest.
You're giving me a number 3.
I'm giving you a 3 because you didn't say cuz or dickhead. You also didn't...
Well, cuz you're a fucking dickhead.
Ooh, now you're getting the 2. But you already got a 5. You already got 5s, which That was a very. I'll give you that. That was a very good. That was a very good Devin Moore impression. I appreciate that.
I've never heard Dev say dickhead
Really?
or cuz.
Oh, he says both of them a lot.
Usually when I see him, he's always like, "What up, buddy?"
That you actually that nailed it. I'll give you the 4. I'll bump it up to a 4. Up next, and you might be mad at me for this one. I hope Action Ortiz is still in here. Let's hear. Oh wait, he is still in here. Let's hear your Tommy Dreamer impression.
Oh, okay. This is how every time you usually talk to me. Mitch, what's up? Gotta ring the bell tonight. It's gonna be fun. Because he always spoke very mellow.
Yes,
When he's not
all the
promo
time.
Dreamer, he's just very calm, relaxed. You know, like.
Did he actually
What's
tell
up?
you ringing the bell was going to be fun?
No, I was just coming up with something. One day before a show, he looks at me and goes, "What's up, crazy man?"
Oh, okay.
Like, that's how he would talk. Or it was after the Queen's HOH show, HOH 12. It was the first show for the Balls Mahoney, tribute,
Okay.
where I was singing Big Balls with the fans at the end of the
Sure.
show. He goes, "Now you have heat with Balls Mahoney, but he's in hell."
Jeez. I've worked with both of them, but never together. But I've watched them tag before, and he was very mean to Balls while he was alive. So I believe that when he said that to you, he 100% said that he's now in hell. Because when they would call matches, he would always call him like Dr. Spasmo or always names that were just ripping him apart in front of him. And I guess they go way back, so he can do that.
Yeah, they wrestled for a company together that did very well. Huge underground following.
WWF, yeah, WWE.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
100%. Yeah,
So with these, you got 4s on that one. So far you're good. 5s, 4s. I'm gonna say 4 on the Devin Moore, but we really know it was a 3. Next impression, we're gonna move out of wrestling. This was one that you requested. Patrick Warburton.
Yeah. So all I remember is trying to figure out a good line to use. Oh yeah. Oh right, the poison for Cusco. Poison are going to use to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison.
What was that from?
It was from Emperor's New Groove.
Oh,
When he was Kronk, when he was Yzma's assistant.
I thought you were gonna go with Seinfeld.
The thing is, I'd have to quote somebody else from Seinfeld to make it work.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, remember you're a Seinfeld fan, right?
I am.
Yeah, remember the religious episode
Yes.
where Elaine finds the Jesus fish?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want for dinner? Feels like an Arby's night. And then, you're not worried about, or something where, something religious, it doesn't bother you that I'm not? Not for me. Why not? Oh, if I'm going to hell. And he's telling her to steal the paper because he won't.
Yes.
And I'm like, go ahead. Well, you. Sorry. I'll not steal.
So on that one, you got a 5 and a 4. Action Ortiz, I think he doesn't care about anything that wasn't Tommy Dreamers. And Little Louie still not commenting, so we'll have to have a chat with him about that later.
I legit think Little Louie got offended.
I'll talk to him. I'll send him a message later. He's not that type. I trust that he wouldn't do that. I hope. And if he does, I'll feel bad and I'll apologize for both of us.
I mean, I also have a robotic face, so people don't know when I'm joking and when I'm being serious.
That's fair. I think you're good, though. I wouldn't worry too much. So Patrick Warburton, I'm going to give you a 5 on that one. I think he nailed it. I do not know actors' names, so when you first told me that one, I had no idea who you were talking about, and then you did it, and I knew exactly who you meant. So
I could have just said David Putty.
Yeah, or you could have said that. But to me, that gets a 5 all day. Up next, I'm going to just say this, and you take it how you will. Dumb and Dumber. I would say either one of the main characters.
Hey, guys. Whoa, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
Not your best one. Not your best one.
I know,
but
I can't do it. They don't really have,
that's true.
They do, but they don't.
I did put you on the spot with that one, so I do apologize. I'll take that one. Oh, you got 2 on that one.
I mean, I've accepted it.
And yeah, like I said, to be fair, I sprung that on you. I don't think I've ever another 2. I've never heard you do a Dumb and Dumber.
2 plus 2 equals 4.
That's
so
true.
I got a 4.
But you are also getting booed now in the chat. The chat is turning on you.
Action Ortiz just wants to get his heat back.
You said the same thing on the last episode, and
I know, because he's really trying hard.
You know what else I'm a little upset about? Ron Voyage. I know he was watching last week, and I thought he was watching this week, but he's not lighting the chat up. I need my boy Ron Voyage in this chat too. But yeah, you're getting a 2 on that Dumb and Dumber. I might even go with a 1. But like I said, I sprung it on you. Up next, and you might have already exhausted this one, but again, you interpret this how you will. Family Guy. Is that it? I am not a Family Guy fan, so I will leave that one up to the chat. How you did on that one? I knew what you were doing. Oh, you got an oh fuck. Action Ortiz has just given up the numbers. He just gives it to you straight.
Well, he never gives it to me, thankfully, but he always talks about how he's going to give it to me.
I'm jealous.
Well, if you buy my career retrospective video, you'll be able to hear everything that I've explained what Action Ortiz has told me in all of our car rides.
And smartmarkvideo.com, that is where you go to buy that collection DVD.
Yes, or if you go to an H2O event, you can buy it there.
That's true, too. And I believe you probably also have your own to sell?
I've sold all 3.
Oh, there you go.
Well, maybe not, because little Louie may not want to buy it now after I told him, fuck him.
That's also fair. You got 4s on that one from a couple people. You kind of look like a guy from a movie. His name is Jeffrey Dahmer. Look it up. Pretty cool guy.
Oh, so he's... Okay, so I look like a cannibal.
You do. Yeah, we're canceling Action Ortiz, even though you are the one that looks like a cannibal, apparently.
I ate his liver with some fava beans.
Ooh, I didn't even have that one on my list. I hate that so much.
You don't like Silence of the Lambs?
No, I do, but I hate that noise. But you nailed it. You did nail it.
I just love psychological thriller movies.
Sure.
But then it makes me question and think everything.
Well,
because it's all...
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Spunky Girl gave me a 5 for Hannibal Lecter.
Yes, and
Action Ortiz. And Action Ortiz actually put me over at that 5.
He had to. Speaking of psychological terrors and things like that, I got my last name for you. Star of many of the biggest, I would say, psychological thrillers, Gilbert Gottfried.
I'm going to be super loud with this one.
Yeah, I realized at the beginning of this you said you didn't want to be too loud or you can't yell, but I'm putting you on the spot, so you do what you will.
Shoot. All right, I'll do the best I can.
You don't have to go nuts.
Well, you know, Cannonball. You put me on the spot. I gotta give up.
That was pretty good. Action Ortiz said Affleck, so I would like to hear you give the Affleck duck a try. Which is also... There you go. Perfect.
All right. None of that.
All right. None of that. So, yeah. Threw you on the spot with that one. Mitch, I appreciate you being a good sport with the impressions.
I mean, I have dry humped a stuffed goat at Tournament of Death, so I shouldn't be that uncomfortable doing impersonations.
I don't know how those correlate because, you know what? I've never humped a goat at Tournament of Death, and I am terrible.
Stuffed goat. I don't need people thinking I like interspecies erotica.
But we do like interspecies wrestling.
Yes.
I've never humped a stuffed goat at Tournament of Death, but I'm also terrible at impressions, so maybe there is some correlation between doing impressions and humping stuffed goats at deathmatch tournaments.
I really hope not.
I have kissed a guy at Tournament of Death in the ring, and this one fan did not like that and called me a certain word that we banned from the chat. over and over and over and over again.
G-Man 1 2 3 4 6 8 3 8 8
Yes, read the whole thing.
4 6 7 7 4 said do Batman.
Let's hear it. I mean, that's up to you.
No, I usually watch those college humor Batman videos.
Not familiar.
Where the guy is trying to be Batman, but it's taking scenes from the Dark Knight movies and they're making fun of him.
Okay.
Where, like, you would see Two-Face, like, Two-Face, let the kid go. But then he would turn and you see his Harvey Dent's face. He'd go, Harvey, thank God you're here. Two-Face was just under hostage.
I don't know what this is.
And then he would turn around, Two-Face, now you're back.
Well, so there we got our Batman impression in there for everybody.
Batman killed people. Yes, he did.
He did.
Who's Pete Holmes?
He's a comic. I'm not an impression guy, so I'm not doing anything.
Sorry, Front Smith Grind. I am not aware of the Pete Holmes.
But that's okay. That was all the impressions I have for you. I think you killed it. Now it's time to get down to something serious, Mitch. Are you ready to get serious?
I guess.
Don't sound so excited. August 1st, H2O will be live in Williamstown, New Jersey, presenting Back in the Saddle. Mitch, you and I, the Lone Rangers, we have an open challenge. We put it out there for anybody to react to. But Mitch, there's one person that I know you and I both want more than anybody in the world to answer this open challenge.
Batista!
So you wouldn't yell for Gilbert Godfrey, but that's how much we hate Batista. Batista, he's yelling right now. The guys upstairs, they're going to be doing, what's it called? I was going to say choreography. Karaoke all night long. All night long. Batista, we want you, August 1st, Back in the Saddle, H2O, Williamstown, New Jersey. And what I'm asking, there's 11 people watching this right now. That's how popular we are, Batista. You've never had 11 people watch your Twitch stream. Well, we are asking everybody... Yeah,
Batista?
where's your Twitch stream? What are you, too busy?
Yeah, what are you doing, huh?
Yeah, you jerk. What
you think Endgame's so much better than this?
Exactly. And I don't know, Batista, maybe if you're watching this, you scroll down a little bit. Scroll down, look at the rules. Rule number 2, fuck Batista.
Yeah.
And I said we were going to get to it later, and now here we are. And I'm a little pissed off.
Yeah, we're right here.
Yeah,
Where are you, Batista?
I'm here.
Where are you?
He's here.
Where are you?
We're pissed off, Batista. So August 1st, we're demanding, and I'm afraid to yell because this mic's right here, we're demanding that you come meet us in Williamstown, New Jersey. I don't know the exact address. You can Google it. You have Google, Batista. And if you don't, maybe you could use, Ask Jeeves, you fucking idiot. But hey, Batista. Hey, everybody.
Glassboro Road, Williamstown, New Jersey.
There you go. And everybody in the chat, if you could, let's start tweeting at Batista. I don't know, should we use a hashtag, Mitch? We didn't really think this far ahead into this bit.
Well, yeah, because, Batista's a very busy human being.
He is.
And he probably thinks we just wrestle for a hot dog and a handshake.
That he probably does. I don't even eat hot dogs, Batista. But everybody in the chat room, I think we should all start tweeting at Batista. I don't know, maybe hashtag Batista fears Lone Rangers?
No, that's...
Is that too long? Cliche. That's what?
That's very cliche.
Okay, what do you want to go with?
I think we should do fuck Big Dave.
Fuck Big Dave. So everybody tweet at Batista has a small dick. Doubtful. Guy's got a fucking baby's arm holding an apple. But what I think we need to do...
I can't talk about small dicks, Yeah,
we're not talking about small dicks, Batista. How dare you come onto our Twitch stream and talk about small dicks? Did I throw you off? Are you? This is too far.
Oh, no. I'm just saying, how does Batista do that? I was looking to see if he was in the comments section.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Hashtag Batista has a small dick. That's just too long of a hashtag.
Yeah. So hashtag fuck Big Dave, that seems a little aggressive, but we'll go with it. Just tweet at Batista August 1st. Be there. And H2O.
Yeah, just Hashtag be there, Batista.
Yeah, be there. Yeah, I like that. Hashtag be there, Batista. We
Yeah,
should have thought.
because
We should have
I
thought
don't.
this out more.
We don't hate Batista,
No, we just.
but fuck Batista.
Yeah, we just demand that he stands across the ring from us. Here's what
Yes.
we have to say, and then we're the tag champs. We're gonna rain blows down upon him, and probably pin him 1, 2, 3 with no problems.
Yeah, he hasn't wrestled in a while.
That's
I watch
true.
his MMA fight religiously to see what he's been doing now.
I didn't know he was doing that, Batista.
He only did one MMA fight.
Oh, how'd he do?
He won.
There we go, Batista. Good job. That makes me a little more afraid of you. Cannonball COVID match, probably not. But however, stop being mean to Batista, but it's on the wrong side of the fence. Ow. So yeah, Tara is outside.
I was going to run over and wave in the window behind you. You have to tell him to stop being mean to Batista, but it's on the wrong side of the fence.
Yeah, because there's this window right here, but that's the neighbor's yard. I'm pretty sure it's not actually our yard, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, we're not being mean to Batista. We're putting a challenge out, and we put the challenge out of love. Fuck Batista, but we love him, and that's why we're calling him out.
I grew up watching Batista.
Yeah, you fucking jerk. Mitch, remember how you told me that we don't curse enough?
Well, no, I thought I'd curse more tonight because you're considered the nicer one of the two,
But I'm the one yelling.
but you've been cursing a lot.
I mean, I'm hyped up. I'm ready to go. And we only got 9 minutes. I got a cat scaring me over here.
Okay, we should probably do the questions now.
Yeah. Because we don't want to hold everybody. We did start a little bit late, so maybe we'll go over a little bit. But yeah, we don't want to hold people from watching WWE SmackDown starring Brock Lesnar on Fox. But yeah, we only actually have two.
You went to Raw.
SmackDown starring. I don't know.
I mean, we could just say WWE starring Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, we want everybody to get back to watching WWE starring Brock Lesnar. But yeah, Batista. I forget. Hashtag Batista be there. Tweet at him. Let him know that we're watching him. We've got questions. Last week we had 5. This week we have 2. If you have questions, everybody, feel free to let us know what they are. I put things on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. We also have an email, WATLoneRangers@gmail.com. But first question, Mitch, you ready?
Yeah, I remember I saw Little Louie also asked us the question.
I actually wrote that down. So yeah, we have 3. I'm sorry, we have 3.
Okay.
First question comes from friend of the show, Happy Peep on Twitter.
Another one?
Yes, she sent another one. And this one isn't a 5-part question about our IKEA, so it's a little easier. What do you think the first human that saw grain and was like, fuck you, tall grass, I'm making bread out of you, was doing with the rest of their life after inventing bread?
Probably eating it.
I'm gonna
Because
say
back in the day, it was a lot harder to get food. They didn't have supermarkets. They either had to hunt for it or make it.
Or turn tall grass into bread.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say after they did that, they became the first billionaire in recorded history, and they probably just sat on piles of money, never working again in their life.
I don't think money existed then.
It didn't, but then it did.
I think
because
it was trade, like it was trades.
You're right. But
I'll give you my tomato for your lemon.
Yes, but because they invented bread, money had to be invented because it was so popular. So that's where money comes from. So not only did they invent bread, but they also invented money. So I think they just sat in piles.
That was a horrible idea.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, fuck you, guy who made bread, even though bread's like.
No, not bread, money.
Yeah, no, I know, but fuck the same guy. Even though I love bread, and it's probably the reason why I'm fucking this size right now.
You can eat bread?
Yeah, I love bread. We'll talk about it later. We don't have enough time to pontificate about bread, even though we kind of already did.
Okay.
Next question, good question, coming from Too Hot Steve Scott. Ron Voyage jumps back in that chat.
He said, I'm making that bread.
And he is. I hope he's playing video games, watching anime. He tried to get me into anime. I made it 5 episodes into Dragon Ball Z, and then I never watched it again.
Well, you don't have to watch this. You don't have to watch the superhero ones. They make ones about normal people.
I don't know what that means.
Well, like not superpowers.
I've
but
decided anime is not for me.
It's anime animation, but it's like I've watched this one where it's about a kid who is becoming a boxer. It's about a kid who loves this chick in high school, so he joins the basketball team because she loves basketball.
I'll honestly say I'm not a big cartoon guy, and once it turns into anime, I'm even more out, I think. But I appreciate suggestions. I tried, I really did, but it did not click with me. Next question from Too Hot Steve Scott, good friend of mine. Just celebrated his birthday, 33 years old. He asked, who's the best bulge in wrestling? I took this to mean anybody in wrestling, and I actually have a solid answer, but I'll let you go first.
It's between 3 people for me.
Okay.
Randy Orton has always had it sticking out a lot.
Sure.
William Regal has been said to have a massive bulge.
Haven't.
But when he was wearing red trunks, you were able to see it.
Okay, I'll go back and watch that today.
And if you see Wade Barrett when he was wearing like the olive green trunks, it was just sticking out. Even if you didn't want to see it, you're just like,
I don't know if I ever noticed that either. So, I wish I was good at editing, because right now I just put a bunch of like close-ups on their crotch right here. Renee, so the chat's jumping. You good?
Okay, now I have to mention this. Mike Roch commented with Gold Dust.
Uh-huh.
And that goes by inside joke that people, when I was training, had with me, because in my first wrestling match, I wore a yellow wrestling singlet, and you were able to see everything.
Oh.
And
so you had a Gold Dust dick.
Yeah, they dubbed it Gold Dust dick, and they kept, in the group text, they kept taking that picture and zooming in to my crotch.
Oh, gee. So you were probably happy. No.
And they would share like Gold Dust pictures, you know.
Jesus. And there's also Rene Dupree, which I've never noticed any of these bulges. I gotta go back and watch.
Well, I never looked at Rene Dupree's bulge.
No, I'm gonna be bulge cruising tonight though. After we're done on this, biggest bulge, and I'm going a little more independent. I'm going with Sexy Eddie. I've grabbed it twice, and that's all real. Everything he's got there is all real. Sexy Eddie, big old bulge. It's a man who's got something to be proud of down there.
I mean, we don't really control what we have. We're kind of just born with it.
That's true. But, yeah, solid hog. Sexy Eddie, solid hog.
Wait, is solid hog, is that what he calls it?
No, his hog is solid.
Oh.
Or, honestly, he said Gold Dust Dick right before that. He might have been talking about you, Mitch. You might have a solid hog over there.
No, I'm with Low Life Louie on Team Cashew.
Jesus. Speaking of Low Life Louie, even though I don't believe Little Louie is in this chat anymore.
No, I think I pushed him out.
He asked a question in the chat earlier. You can only pick one tag team in all the world to wrestle. Who would it be?
Dead or I wish he said dead or alive.
I'm gonna say go dead or alive. Besides Batista, I'll say that too. The one-man tag team Batista. Be there.
This one's hard.
I'm gonna go with this one, and I'll put it out there. I'm a big fan of battles between two just big hunks of meat. So I'm gonna say the Natural Disasters, Earthquake and Typhoon, versus the Lone Rangers. Just a bunch of big men. You'd be by far the smallest one in that match, but just a bunch of big men running into each other.
Natural Disasters.
Earthquake and Typhoon.
Yeah, I know.
So I went dead and alive. Actually, that's both dead and alive. Kevin Hernandez just said do dead and alive. I didn't even mean to do that. Yeah, Mitch, you're definitely taking the heat on that one. But at the same time, you pinned for the finish, so you know you can do that.
Right.
So what tag team do you have, Mitch?
Thinking. I was never that big of a fan of tag team wrestling growing up.
Sorry.
I mean, I watched it and I liked it. It was just it would have to be like a slower paced tag team.
Okay. So Earthquake and Typhoon. Should I just push that one on you?
I think Booker T and Gold Dust would be a fun one.
You said that right as Action Ortiz put Harlem Heat 2000. But yeah, but I'll also go with Booker T and Gold Dust. That's a good one.
I think us. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I guess I'm starting to think about it. Where Edge and Christian would be a good one.
That or Ahmed and his hog.
Oh boy.
On that note, we hit an hour. So before we wrap up, so everybody can watch WWE starring Brock Lesnar. Mitch, where can people find you on the internet? Oh, actually, before that, next week, are we good to say this?
Yeah.
So next week, Mitch is actually going to be coming over because it'll be the day before H2O, and we're going to do one of these together in the same room and see how that goes. Did I lose you or did you freeze?
Oh, you wanted me to say something?
I don't know. But it looks like the Twitch is freezing, so before we blow it completely, Mitch, what do you got to plug?
You could follow me on Instagram at Mitch Vallon. You could follow me on Twitter, also at Mitch Vallon. And that's it.
If I was gonna say, if I remember correctly, that's it for you. I was gonna say the same thing. Instagram and Twitter, follow me at Mitch Vallon. Or Jeff Cannonball. You can follow me at Jeff Cannonball. Also follow us as a team, WATLoneRangers, on Instagram, Twitch. We got a YouTube channel up now. I'm gonna put the past episodes up on there. But on top of that, we are gonna start filming content for that starting next week when Mitch is here. His head will be full sized. Yeah, we're apparently freezing, but we're almost done. But yeah, WATLoneRangers. That's Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. And also, we got an email if you feel like using it. If you want to send questions to that, WATLoneRangers@gmail.com. That is everything for this week. Mitch, what's the goodbye song?
Goodbye. See you next week. Goodbye. See you next week. Goodbye.
Take care.